everyone, and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we're taking a look at Transformers Legends LG-66 Targetmaster Topspin. Now, Topspin was originally one of the two Autobot jump starters, Twin Twist being the other one, and the original toy had kind of a gimmick where you pulled it back and it went forward a little bit and then flipped, and the legs just kind of, literally the Transformer would be you just pulled the legs over the head and that's how it was transformed. So when you pulled it back, it would fly. Then it would like pop forward and the legs would pop over, and so it was like an auto transformation gimmick. Obviously, they have been redone here with these new molds. They're absolutely beautiful. Nice transformations now. They've been made into Headmasters, which they were not previously. And this release actually has a Targetmaster partner. It is Peacemaker. I believe the original US name for him was Peacemaker. The three Autobot Targetmasters had Targetmaster partners, obviously, and we saw the Decepticon Targetmasters released as part of the Legends/Titans Return line, but we never got to the Autobot Targetmasters, which I still think is a really big shame. I wish we would see those as part of the Power of the Primes, but I don't think that's going to happen. What Takara decided to do is they made the three Targetmaster partners, but because they didn't have the Autobot partners to go with them, they paired them with Topspin, Twin Twist, and Windblade. So I've already reviewed Windblade and Twin Twist, so we've seen those two Targetmaster partners already. So now we have Peacemaker/Peaceman to complete the set. So if one day we ever do get some kind of either third party, or maybe one day down the line we do get an official Targetmaster Autobot release, we already have the partners to go with them. So this is Topspin. Looks pretty good in the packaging here. Taking a look on this side, just kind of shows the Headmaster, the Vehicle Mode, the Targetmaster. Over here you have some really nice artwork. Not too much going on the bottom. Not too much going on the top. Just, again, kind of shows the Headmaster. Taking a look at the back, you can see the Vehicle Mode, Robot Mode, Targetmaster, all that good stuff. So, let's go ahead and get Topspin out of the packaging, and we'll take a closer look. Alright, so here is Topspin out of the packaging here with Peacemaker. I'm just going to call him Peacemaker for the rest of the review. I know technically his name is Peaceman, but I think Peacemaker sounds better. So here we go. Here is the Titan Master, or Headmaster if you'd like. Very nicely painted on the face there. Nice light blue visor, silver face. Taking a look at his Headmaster form, or head form. Again, really nicely painted. Very sharp. Like that a lot. So put him over here. And then here is Peacemaker. I like this guy a lot. Again, really nice visor and face paint there. I like that. The red and black color scheme looks great. He's got this giant gun on the back. His transformation is very simple. You lift up this piece and you can see it clips in on these two pieces here. Then you're going to turn his feet around at the knees, 180. And then you're going to turn the entire thing around at the torso, 180. And then you can see that there are two little notches right here, and that's for these tabs on the back of his feet. So you just bring these in, and then just kind of collapse the arms against the body. And there you go. There is your gun mode for Peacemaker. Looks great. I love the one giant cannon. I think that looks pretty cool. So if we zoom out here, you can see he does have a spot here on the side of the what will be his leg in robot mode, but is also the kind of back thruster for the vehicle mode. And I'm always terrible at this, trying to peg these in while keeping the gun mode together. But I shall do my best. There we go. So you can mount that there. I believe there's another one over here as well. Yeah, here's the landing gear. You can push that up, and that kind of hides in there. And then this opens for the Headmaster to sit inside. You kind of have to like lay him down. But then he looks really cool inside the canopy. I like that a lot. So very, very cool there. I feel like this isn't... There we go. It was a little mistransformed in the box, but that's good. So there we go. Here is the vehicle mode. I like it a lot. It's got these crazy giant thrusters on the back. Love the paint scheme. Color scheme, really nice. I love this color blue. Nice silver here, a little bit of gold, a little bit of yellow. Beautifully painted Autobot symbol there. You can see a little bit of the robot mode underneath, but really not too bad. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Headmaster out, and then we will go ahead and get into the transformation. Alright, so I usually start off, and I'm going to go off of memory here, because I did have the US version of this, and it should transform the same way. So you can kind of unpeg the legs, and then they kind of accordion out, which is a little bit easier said than done. There we go. Unpeg them, and then they pop out like this. You can pull the little knee pads forward. So bring that out, pop out the knee pads. You can come down here, and this is the feet that will pop out. There we go. Pop out the feet. Then you're going to come around to the back, and these just push closed like that to form the back of his legs. At this point, you can spin the whole waist around 180 degrees. And if you're like me and you happen to push the knee pads in, just push them back out. So here you go. I pretty much have the whole lower half there. So I will tilt this up. Alright, so coming around to this section. You're going to unpeg the arms and kind of bring them out a little bit to about here. This whole section is going to go forward. Let me see if I remember how this goes. This lifts up. You should be able to, yes, this comes up like this. And then this whole section from here spins 180 degrees like that. At this point, you're going to fold this kind of up into that canopy section, and then the canopy will close. You kind of have to get it to come. I guess I'll push this down. There we go. So you have that like that. Then you want to close this, but just be careful that landing gear doesn't get in the way. There you go. Spin around. So you're pretty much done. You just have to open up the hands. You're going to come to the back here. This section lifts up. Then you kind of pull these out and then also pull out the fist. Do I have this all the way? No, there we go. Then you can close that back up. And then just do the exact same thing with the other side. There we go. Pop out the fist. Close that up. And there you go. You have the robot mode. Then you just kind of position everything. But it looks good. I really like it a lot. Again, I like the color blue. I think it goes really well with the kind of off-white. You have nice pops of color in the yellow, the Autobot symbol. This kind of, I'm not quite sure what color this is. It's kind of a lightish grayish blue color. Kind of neat though. Then you take the head, transform it into the head, pop it on, and there we go. And we'll give him his Targetmaster partner, if I can keep everything together. And here is Topspin. I think he looks fantastic. I really do. This little bit of like this kibble on the back, I don't think it looks bad, but I always kind of wish that I could get a little bit closer to the body, but it's really not that big a deal. Articulation wise, obviously the head is on the ball joint that the Headmaster has. You have a ball joint here in the shoulder as well as an up and down, like where this pin is in the white part of the shoulder. So you kind of have double jointed shoulder there. Now you can play with the wing a little bit if you want to collapse it down. I like to just leave it out. That's your prerogative, up to you. You have a bicep swivel. You have that kind of two joints in the elbow because of the transformation. And then you have no wrist articulation. Obviously you have that movement in the waist from the transformation, but it does give him a nice waist swivel there. Ball joint in the hip. Thigh swivel. And then you have kind of a weird double jointed knee thing happening here because of the transformation, but you can get it so that it's like just the one knee joint. It just takes some finagling because sometimes it'll want to move the second joint, so you just kind of have to play with it. Not really any ankle articulation other than folding this back in because of the transformation, but it doesn't really get you anywhere in robot mode. So yeah, and then just for fun, here is the US version. And it's funny, when I had this guy only, I really thought his colors were amazing, and his colors are not bad. But now that I have the Takara version, I think I like, this is more of a traditional, just like bright blue, and this is definitely more of a turquoise color. And they're both nice. But I think I like the Takara version a little bit better just because I think these colors are brighter. And I just like it a little bit more. Not to say that the US version is bad in any way. I also like the lighter blue for the visor instead of that really dark blue for the visor. Although I do kind of like the black for the knee pads. I feel like these knee pads get a little blended in because the color is just a little bit darker blue. So I kind of wish I had these knee pads on here, and then that would probably be my best version of Topspin. Although these colors seem a little too dark for over here, so maybe like a lighter gray, like, or a silver, I feel like would have been nice. But otherwise, I think they look really good. And obviously, I love the inclusion of the Targetmaster. This gun is not that exciting, but it can split apart into two smaller guns. But yeah, I definitely think this has some nice paint applications for a Hasbro product. I think they did a really nice job, like this gold here, all these other paint applications. They definitely didn't skimp. I just think I like the overall little bit brighter color scheme for the Takara version. But it is also about twice the price of the US version, so it's really going to be up to you guys what you're content with. But overall, I think this guy looks really amazing. Wanted to show you guys the instruction sheet real quick. Love this artwork here on the front. I think that looks really fantastic. Taking a look at the other side, you get to see kind of the tech specs, a little picture of the actual toy itself. You get vehicle mode, robot mode, Targetmaster, and everything. Little bio here, which unfortunately I cannot read, but you do get the tech specs down here. Looks like he's maxing out courage. Pretty cool. Then if we open it up, we get the comic, which I always think is a good time. So you can see you have Topspin and Twin Twist here, and then Windblade breaks in, starts causing havoc. Looks like they're fighting her. And then down here they transform with the Headmasters. A little Triptychon appearance there. And then I'm not quite sure what's going on. I guess they stop her eventually. It looks pretty cool. I always enjoy these comics. I think they're fun. And then if you open it even further, it's the transformation instructions. So I love these little booklets from Takara. And I'm kind of bummed that Legends is kind of coming to an end, because all the Power of the Prime stuff is just the same as the American versions. They're not doing their own take on them or anything, so I don't know if they'll still do the comics though. We'll have to wait and see, I guess, when the Power of the Prime stuff starts coming out. I think their stuff comes out like in June. I think once Power of the Primes comes out in Japan, so we'll have to wait and see if they do comics or not. But I always love these. I think they're fun. So I really love Topspin. If you have the means to pick up these Transformer Legend figures, I absolutely recommend it, because Takara did a really great job with this line. The Hasbro versions are perfectly fine, and there's nothing wrong with them, but Takara just shows a little bit more love. And I understand they are a little bit more expensive, but if you have the means, I really do think they're worth it. The color schemes and the paint jobs are always so perfect. The little extra inclusions like the Targetmaster partners and things like that, the comic books are all just really fun. So I'm kind of sad that the Legends line is kind of dying down, because like I said previously, the Power of the Primes is going to be just direct ports of what we got here. So they're not really doing any kind of spin on them the way they did with the Titans Return line. And it's kind of a shame, because they did such an amazing job with this line. But my wallet will be thankful, because I can just buy the US releases and I don't have to spring for the Takara releases anymore. But yes, if you have the means, I definitely recommend picking up the Takara releases of these molds, or at least a couple of your favorites, just because they're really beautifully done. I don't really have anything bad to nitpick about this guy. I think he's perfect. Yeah, I don't really have anything negative to say. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'd like to hear your opinions. Please like and share the video, and please subscribe. I hope you guys have enjoyed this look at LG-66 Targetmaster Topspin from Transformers Legends. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching.